Welcome back to Mehl's Mountain Garage. In this video, I'm going to make a battery hold down for Sally, my 1981 Buick Century station wagon, Turbo. Here is my battery. It is an Odyssey Extreme series, group 3478, so I have a top and side post available to me. I like the option to be able to add more stuff on if I choose. As you can see, there's no hold down. And for safety inspection purposes, and more importantly for track purposes, we want that held down securely. I did have a generic plastic hold down in there, and I kind of yanked it out. And frankly, it looked like shit. I can't use the OEM mount because it just doesn't fit the battery, and these inner wheel wells, these inner wheel wells are actually out of a four-door Pontiac. I don't remember what the Pontiac was, but it was a four-door Gbody Pontiac. And I liked how they fit. They had real nice metal bracing and the standoffs for everything that I wanted. So let me show you what I got going on. So this is kind of the universal bracket that I had. I just have it taped together right now so I know my width. And I want it to step down. If you can see those flanges right there. And there's a lip here on the battery, kind of sitting on a lip, so I won't have that there, but I kind of want it like that. So I'll retape it, get it tight, but I'm going to get a strap of aluminum. I got some nice aluminum, and I'll make tab standoffs, and I'll do triangle braces just like that. Use the J-bolt to hook to the hole. Can't really, you can probably see the hole like right there. And that 13 mil bolt right there, I will put a L bracket with some holes in it to hook the other J-bolts, sort of J-bolts down, and this way here it'll look a lot better than what this is. There's my sheet of aluminum. I'll use my Eastwood shear primarily to cut it all out. And I have a piece of angle strut here. I'll cut around the edges off real nice, paint it black, and it's pretty strong, and it'll give me something for these J-hooks to hook to. Get this sheet of aluminum chucked down. Go for 1.5 inches. I'll measure from the back side of the blade here. Really should have this bolt down. Honestly, though, I can't afford to lose the space. Got a little bit of cutting done, and if you can see that bottom one, that's kind of what I'm going after. The middle one would be a 2D side profile. And then that's really it. The aluminum's not real thick. It doesn't need to do a whole lot. It'll be plenty strong. I'll put some rubber, you know, like under there to keep from digging into the battery. It'll work out just fine. I do not pretend to be a TIG welder. I like to do these small projects just to give me practice. be aware, I'm not very awesome at TIG welding aluminum. It's practice, right? And I need more practice, hence the reason for these little dinky projects that I do. I do have one side. I did kind of learn the fact that I'm not very good. I have a habit of burning the edges off when I get to the very end. So I made this one square and I cleaned it all up, which you can see inside how it's kind of fell through, boogered through. The next one that I do will be kind of oversized, and then this way here, when I melt the edges off, which is what I want to do, I can trim it back and get some really nice looking stuff. But that's the bit that I want it, so I can put a hole in it and have that rubber with the washer. And then I'm just going to TIG it onto there. Like I said, I'm not the best aluminum TIG welder. Well, thin aluminum, that is. Thicker stuff I'm actually pretty good at. But I learned a few things, and that's what it's all about, right? I probably could have bought a snazzy battery mount or a top hold down, you know, relatively inexpensive. Was this cheaper? I don't know. You know, 2-3 filler rods, 2 mistakes, a little bit of argon. But it's whatever. It's practice, and I want to do everything like it's all custom, something that I built. So I got to pop some holes in it. It is pretty much done. I'll pop the holes in it, dust some paint on it, glue some 3M like rubber just so it doesn't chafe the battery. So let me show you what you guys got, what I got. There you go. That's the plastic one. And there's the metal one. Pop holes. Through the hole with it. Just small one, step it up. Don't fight yourself. I use a stepper. Right at the end, I don't have like a taper bit. But the stepper's nice because it'll kind of deburr it. There we go. Got a handful of holes. Get my little round file, flat file, knock off the rest of them burrs, and we'll slap some paint on. Call it good. All right, while the paint's curing on that hole down, I want to take this angle with the holes, and they're usually used for shelving units and crap like that. Lop myself off a piece off, true it up, and it's just going to bolt down to that 13-headed mill. I think it's an M8125 bolt that held the wheel well in, and give me something to hook this J-bolt to. Nothing fancy. It's just going to be strong enough to not bend and shit like that. I'll paint it black. It'll be good to go. I'm going to use the cutoff wheel file, some other random air tools here. And then I'll paint that black. Yeah. Alright, I've got this 3M. It's actually a fire retardant electrical arc protection, but it's whatever. It's rubberish. It'll keep from chafing. I use some isopropyl alcohol to clean it up. You can kind of see how it's curled up, and my goal is to actually glue that to it. But I was going to use some contact adhesive originally, but I figured, you know what, I have a bunch of this 3M tape around. I'll use this shit. And it'll serve as padding. The width actually worked out really well for what I have, because I'll get it sorted. You know, you can see it's wider than what I have here, and I'll trim that bit off, trim the other bit off, double side this tape to that bracket, and I'll do the same thing for the side rubbers. I'm still kind of waiting for the paint to cure, so just going to have to prep it up. I mean, these guys will see it done. It'll be a little bit, but the paint will cure. And that guy should just about have us where we need to be with what I need to do. So yeah, boom. We've got the rubber padding, double-sided tape to the back of the bracket. Got my snazzy little J bolts in there. I can assure you that I will replace those washers once I get the correct size. That blue tape will be my mark to cut all the excess off. The goal is to have those below the top of that. So I'll lop them off, round them off a little bit, be able to use my wing nuts, and the battery hold down is done. Scratched the paint in a handful of spots on my fingers. My fingernails actually, because it's really green. I mean, it's cured enough for me to do what I need to do. The double-sided taped rubber is on these three sides. I will get the correct washers a couple days from now. I'm going to remove these wing nuts and use a normal nut, so I can use it with a ratchet, so this way here I don't have to worry about, you know, getting in those holes. But as far as SCCA, NHRA, Pennsylvania State Safety, I mean, that hold down does its purpose. It'll keep the battery in place rather. You know, it shouldn't move, and it's good to go. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Got some tips and tricks on TIG welding really thin aluminum. Certainly put them in the messages, put them in the comments, check it out. I'm not the best at TIG welding thin aluminum, and that was one of the other reasons behind this whole project. Is A, I needed a battery hold down, but B, I need to practice TIG welding thin aluminum. Thick aluminum's no problem. I probably could have bought something off of Fleabay and it would have looked good and fit pretty much as good as this does. But who's got the money for that stuff? I certainly don't. So anyhow, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'd love to get my subscriptions up. Got to pump a boatload of other videos out. Check out the other ones where I put the torque converter in the car. I've got this one here. I've done some cash cans. I got a bunch of other projects too. So again, thanks for checking out Mehl's Mountain Garage. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and come back often.